the script, do it tomorrow. That's how it goes. I like that, to be honest. I like the surprise. I like to keep it sort of fresh and, play with that.
Is that just the Marvel way across the board? Top secret?
It's top secret. You
Yeah.
get sent, I don't know about you guys, but you get sent the scripts to something called the Fifth Kind, which is sort of like an alien, planet somewhere, where it self-destructs if you don't read it between now and the next 2 hours, because it's Marvel, you can't really give away anything, because you guys are out there, lurking for all these scripts. So,
we get quite, terrifyingly vague questions by the writers, just saying, can you swim? Yeah.
What's your drowning place?
Yeah. 5 minutes for you hold your breath. Oh, okay, work on that.
Terrible at it, I'm really bad at it.
Well, we have to talk, of course, about episode 5 of season 3 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, which was just incredible, I thought. Was that as traumatic for you to film as it was for Simmons to go through?
Yes. Guys, I work every single day. I never work every day on an episode. Oh my god, up at 5 again? What's happening? I was called at Clark and I was like, Clark, how'd you do this? How'd you be? Because I was kind of the lead of that episode. And Clark's been doing this for years and I mean, by the end, the makeup's like, oh god, okay, let's put some concealer on, and it's on. But it was great. It was the most challenging thing I've done, and the crew were incredible. It was a heat wave in Los Angeles when we filmed it in the desert. So it was
Nice.
110, so I don't know what that is. Yeah. The centigrade, I don't know what it was, but it was freaking hot.
The point was, it was very hot.
Basically.
And you had to act as if it was freezing, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's fun. You're like sweating, just trying to wipe it off. But it was great. I mean, I did miss all my best friends. but I got over it. So.
Once they told you you'd be the star of the episode, you're like, hey, I'm excited about these guys. Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, there's always call for strong female characters, particularly in these kind of comic book stories. It must be wonderful for both of you guys that you do get to play such strong, kind of individual, distinctive female characters in this comic book.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you!
There's a feminine side to Nick Dunn.
Let's take this question. Yeah, I mean, I'm always kind of surprised when people talk about strong female characters, because I feel like we all are. We're women, But yeah, it's nice. I guess Marvel used to be male-dominated, and I think that's changing. I mean, definitely Agent Carter with a female lead who's badass. And then, yeah, I was really happy to be part of it. I mean, I gotta be honest, guys, I haven't seen your show, so
It's very good.
I almost feel like...
It's getting intense.
I'm not seeing you about it.
Well, I'm guessing for you, Elizabeth, it probably was that episode we talked about, correct me if I'm wrong, but what were some of your guys' favourite sequences to shoot this season? You can have more than one if it wasn't Matt.
Well, I'll go then,
Go.
I guess. So what I liked in Agent Carter is the fact that Jarvis and I have a pet flamingo, and it was real fun to see James playing around with the flamingo outside, chasing about. We had 5 flamingos out, because you never know with animals and babies, so that was just really fun. And then,
Did they all survive?
If they didn't, I'm not sure we should announce that in this very public panel. Yes, they're all fine.
Well, there were definitely some more talented flamingos in the pack, because they were supposed to sort of fly up so he could launch himself after the flamingo and fall flat on his face, which happened. And then based off of that, I thought it was pretty cool that the writers wrote in, as we requested it, the dance sequence, the dream sequence, which me having been a dancer, I was just delighted to do that. And I volunteered to fall into the splits, which after about 10 takes I kind of regretted, but it was worth it.
Luke?
Look, there's a really cool musical sequence in the season finale, which I can't talk about. I did a really interesting scene with Lil and Ian where I think I can talk about this one. Where I inject myself with the vaccine, and I'm electricity shooting out everywhere, and then I've got to drop to the ground, and it looks really cool. Imposed with all the special effects, but obviously on the day there's no electricity coming out of me, and I'm just looking like an idiot. Yeah, and then I drop to the ground, and I'm shaking on the ground, and these two run over, and Ian cradles me, and I've got to be like deathly sick, and yeah, that was a fun day.
I think that was more fun for us.
Nick, what about you?
Probably, I like doing stuff. Was it episode 3? I can't remember about season 3 where me and May.
Or the Fight Club.
Yeah,
stuff.
That was a good crack. And then doing the last episode was good as well. Like all the stuff in the interrogation room and everything. That was fun. And when I got kidnapped at the start of season 2, working with Adrian, not Adrian. I mean, I like working with Adrian. You don't get Adrian to you. We've got to go up in a helicopter. That was wicked.
Now, I know during the second season, Chloe, who plays Daisy, Scotty, she quite badly injured herself and fractured her arm. Have you guys had any kind of close shaves working on these shows? Have you ever had a few scrapes?
Yeah.
He's still traumatized, he can't talk.
Henry plays Mac. He's about twice the size of me. And
He's about twice the size of most people.
yeah.
In fairness, don't go.
It's for him a soft touch. I feel sorry for his wife, she must be battered and bruised. He's we had a bit where he was choking me out.
Oh yeah,
And I
yeah.
kept saying to him, and then there's another where he had me up against a wall or something like that, slamming me up against a wall or something, and yeah, I felt battered after that.
I don't think you just maybe didn't like it.
That's
You've done that to me.
Yeah, I was just going to say that was actually in the lunch line, wasn't it?
How do each of you guys, because even in 3, 4, 5 episodes of these kind of shows, the characters can evolve and change so much. How do each of you feel that your characters change from first appearance to last?
Got a bit older.
Weathered.
About a year.
Yeah.
Well, I think for Simmons, at the start of season 1, we were just so tight with Fitzsimmons, and they were really just one person. Whereas now they've gone through the ups and downs of friendship and now relationship.
Isn't that weird that if you were one person and now you're in a relationship, you're basically going out with yourself?
It is what everyone wants to do, really.
So now they've grown as individuals, I think, and she's got sort of more stronger and a little bit better at fights, not a lot, but just a little bit. Which is good fights. Can't do any of that stuff.
Hunter's maybe more a team player now, I'd say. Hunter's more of a team player now.
Yeah. I think he's kind of he came on board a bit more and saw the values of the S.H.I.E.L.D team and made us feel part of the family and all that. Yeah, he's matured.
And you guys obviously only done sort of the one season as kind of regulars, but how do you feel your characters kind of changed and evolved?
Well, I mean, when my character was introduced at the end of, towards the end of season 2, it was almost like he was a part of a cult, the way he, and so, come season 3, when that all crumbled and fell apart, the producers wanted me to play a lot more in the grey areas, and so it was kind of fun to play a bit more of the darker side of Lincoln.
And Anna was really put through the ringer, of course, so that must have sort of taken some toll on the character.
Yeah, she did get hurt pretty badly, which I think, it was nice it gave Jarvis a bit of a different side, because you see him as this sort of really nice, lovely British guy, who then, by the end of it, you see the really caring husband side of him, which I just loved how the couple played out, and how she took whatever happened to her as a trooper, and she sort of came back in a way that, you know, she's going to stay with him, and she just loves him. And I thought it was nice to see her go from like a really bubbly, sort of exotic creature to a bit of a little wounded bird. So yeah, it was fun to play.
Are there any aspects, do you think, of your own personalities that the writers have taken on board and then integrated into the characters as you've gone on?
Yeah, I'm a very angry, electrical, powered human being. So yeah, they thought that would be a good idea to put that into the character.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah, well, they kind of, the writers, you know, it's different to in the UK, because often in the UK, like, a series will be written, because it's only like 6 episodes or whatever, so a series is written and you come in and the whole thing's panned out. Whereas they're writing as you go, so they do kind of start to write to people's strengths and stuff. And yeah, so I'm sure there's elements in there. I think sarcasm levels might be kind of, yeah, some synergy there.
Have you had any impact on Simmons, do you think?
I like to think I bring the brains.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. I think they you know, they meet you, and when you meet someone in the audition, and you know, when I came on board, the pilot wasn't written yet, and so I think that, you know, Joss was kind of waiting for everybody to be cast to see what they had to play with, you know how different people react with each other. And say, for example, Ian and I get on so well, and you know, we have good chemistry just as friends. So that obviously then helps that storyline and everything's all easy. So yeah, I think so. And I mean, I think we all maybe had, well, maybe to do with the conversation about sort of, it's American writers writing for British characters, so there's always going to be little things that, oh, maybe they're different. That, but not much.
And as you mentioned, Luke, you came on at the end of the second season and were a regular in this third season. What was that like, kind of, you know, being welcomed fully into the fold and getting to hang out with these guys every day?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, obviously, initially, it was really cool just getting the job, but it did feel like a 6-episode trial. And then I guess I passed the trial, and they said, hey, now you can be a team member. So, yeah, I mean, it's great. I don't like Nick at all, but everyone else is fantastic. What do you...
What do you think it is about Lincoln and Daisy that drew those two together? What was their connection? What was at the heart of it?
I mean, obviously being inhuman, being